Okay. Okay. Like,
for some reason, it won't let me do mulligan. So that's sad. But
well, now you have to do it the way I do it. Highlight your hand. Put your hand back on top of deck. Hit shuffle. Draw 7.
Actually, no. You can right-click hand, highlight hand, and take mulligan.
I'm gonna take my 1 free mulligan.
Okay.
Come on. Yes, this hand is playable. Just, right. Oh my god. Please don't beat me with.
That's my win con. Dude.
I don't care. That's not fair, dude.
It's modern, dude.
Modern can go to hell. Okay, dude.
Modern's win timer right now is turn 4, actually.
And I'm sure that modern players have set the world record for fastest tournament turnovers. I'm sure it's spectacular.
No, actually, that's vintage. Vintage is turn -1.
In any case, are we ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I want to feel like I have a chance.
You do.
I don't. I'm gonna play Evolving Wilds.
Love Evolving
Tap and sacrifice it. Search my library for a mountain and put it on the battlefield tapped, and I will end my turn.
Okay, then. And all right. All right. I am going to play a Marsh Flats.
Okay.
And I'll tap it to go for a swamp.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll spend that swamp in order to summon a Viscera Seer.
And you're gonna sacrifice him to himself to scry 1 card.
No.
Okay. That's what I would do. Crumbling Necropolis enters the battlefield tapped. I can't do anything, so I have to pass.
All right. Okay. I'm going to play another Marsh Flats.
Okay.
Move to graveyard. View for a white.
You're still not... You did not play any red mana. You are not allowed to say this is a Boros deck.
I can totally say Boros, because my win con is Boros dependent.
But they're Mardu colors. That's what kills me.
Oh, no, you're right. Mardu is red. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to swing at you for 1 with Viscera Seer.
You got it.
All right. I will end.
Like, can you imagine a multiplayer game where you're allowed to just kill everybody basically in the same instant because of a looping combo? Because that's what just happened.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, bing, 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 point at you. Bing, 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 point at you. Bing, 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 point at you. I win. Turn 4. Okay. What I want to do is tap 3 after putting a swamp down in order to play Drolnus Crusade.
Okay.
All goblins, including your goblins, get +1/+1. They are black. They are zombies in addition to their other creature types. This card also makes it so that they lose all other color identities. I will end my turn.
Alright. We're going to go for a Plains. And we're going to cast Solemnity.
Fuck you, Solemnity.
And we're going to have Viscera Seer attack you for 1.
You run quadruple Solemnity, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
It is part of my win con, so I kind of have to.
Okay.
And I will end.
You gotta do what you gotta do. And sometimes people will tell you tough noogies. That is an interesting move. I wish I could do it. Let's tap 2. In order to put down my Goblin Electromancer. Did I put a swamp down?
Yay!
Did I put a swamp down? I'm gonna take that swamp back. I'm gonna put a Crumbling Necropolis in its place because I can't do any other mana moves. So, my Goblin Electromancer is a 2/2 at first. He
Now he's a 3/3 zombie.
He becomes a 3/3 black zombie goblin. And my instants and sorceries now cost 1 less to cast. I'm going to increase his power and toughness in order to reflect the bonus. And I will end my turn.
All right.
No more attacking me. Stop it.
Well, that's what you believe, but
You got your 4 mana. It's the Redcap.
Yep, Redcap.
Oh my god. This. Okay, I take 2 damage.
That's game.
What? Why?
Do you have a black spell that?
Because you got Viscerous. All right. Okay, I get it. I get it. I concede the game. I don't know if I'm mad at you because you keep quoting existing strategies that people are using to do this crap.
No. I have never seen anyone attempt to use the Murderous Redcap this way.
I did, and I hate it.
Okay, here's the thing. The usual combo for this deck is not actually burn for win. It's actually health restore for win. There's a card called Kitchen Finks. It's modern legal, and every time, I believe every time it comes into play, you gain 2 life. It's a 3-drop. And because of persist and because of persist and solemnity's interaction, you can infinitely sacrifice Kitchen Finks on spell speed interactions, which is a game mechanic that I absolutely hate in MTG. To have infinite life at instant speed.
Which is why looping you're making me want to go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't do this to me, Gerdat.
Well, I dislike the Kitchen Finks combo because it very much is it very much uses the spell speed mechanic from Yu-Gi-Oh! And breaks it in half. Yeah.
Okay, so let's review that. Yeah, you just watched it, everybody. That was a 4-turn game. I had no chance because my deck, unfortunately for me, is not as fast as fucking Modern. So I couldn't even begin to start dealing damage. I'm kind of frustrated by that because I might as well have just been drawing cards and waiting for him to win. Jesus Christ, they gotta. I am not gonna invoke the name of the ban list.
The problem with saying they have to anything in Modern doesn't work because although there are specific cards that have been banned out of Modern, they are cards that specifically make it so that you can't win on turn 2 as opposed to turn 5.
And what does it have to say? You cannot declare victory before turn 5. And
no,
if you do, you lose the game.
Actually, it's one of the green curses. I think it's Curse of Bounty or something like that, where you can shift the enchantment onto another player, specifically the cost of the enchantment onto another player, and if they don't pay 2 double green during their next upkeep, they lose the game.
Jesus Christ.
And you can cast this on turn 2, and there's a particular artifact combo that makes it so that you can cast it for your opponent.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a TCG player right now because I need to confirm that if Solemnity is a $30 card, I'm gonna be just a little upset.
No, it's not. It's a rare from the set after Amonkhet. I forget what that is.
Okay, it's you know what it is. It's if you buy just the regular unfoil version, it's $1.50. If you buy the foil version, you're paying upwards of $4.
Yeah.
So bull crap.
Well, Solemnity enables a lot of different persist decks, to be perfectly honest.
Yes, and that's the point. That's why it's so valuable, is because players are exploiting it, like you!
You think $5 is much for singles?
No, I think $20 is a lot for singles, and players are using those, too.
Yeah. Birds of Paradise is fucking amazing, but it's also expensive.
Very expensive. Very expensive. So what did we learn, Gerdat?
We learned that you don't actually like playing Modern, despite the fact that all of your decks are Modern.
No, I guess they're just not modern enough now, are they? They need to learn a thing or two on Oh boy, winning, I guess. I mean, it's a game. That's the game, right? You have to win or lose, and you won. I kind of wish that it felt more like an interaction than just watching you perform a script.
Well, to be honest, this deck has never actually won on turn 4 before. I'm not entirely sure how I successfully managed that.
Well, I am quite pleased to help bring.
What is the core win con of your deck, honestly? Because it looks like you've got a piece in here to make it so that you've got a very good storm base. But the only storm card that I actually saw was Empty the Warrens.
Yeah, and I was about to go off, but you didn't let me finish. If we go back to the game board, I could show off my deck. All right, you guys want to see Goblinvokers? I'm going to show you what this deck is supposed to do. So I already showed you one of the main cards, Empty the Warrens. This card is very important. Create 2 1/1 goblins and copy it for every spell cast before it this turn. So I'm running a bunch of cards that discount my casting costs. Goblin Electromancer, I run 4 of them. Nightscape Familiar, I run 4 of them. So the more of these guys I have out, the more spells I can afford to play every turn. So I play even more Empty the Warrens cards, a lot of times playing 2 or 3 during the same turn, and also using my flashback cards like Dread Return, which didn't appear, Increasing Ambition, which didn't appear, Think Twice, which didn't appear, and where's the last one? And Faithless Looting, which actually did appear a number of times. So the function of those cards is to stack as many spells during the same turn as possible, and then use the storm to create as many as... I think the most goblins I've ever created during one turn is like 10 or 12.
Okay. Mind you, given the fact that you can copy this with a decent board state, you should be able to create upwards of 20 goblins with 2 casts of Empty the Warrens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's probably how I got my bigger goblin drops, is because I played more than one Empty the Warrens. But that's not all, because I'm also running Drellnew's Crusade, which you saw. It turns all my goblins into zombies. Not Flare of the Hatebound, that's different. Diregraph Captain, which increases the attack of other zombie creatures by +1/+1. So now I got 3/3 zombies, and then to top everything off, I'm also running 1 Goblin King. All other goblins get +1/+1 in Mountain Walk. When this deck gets rocking, I'm hitting you with an army of 4/4 flying zombie goblins.
Which is interesting, but you end up having to do a lot of build-up for that. To be perfectly honest, you might actually be better off getting your win con out with Hall of Legends Goblin Tribal.
Yeah. I'm sure there are other goblin because I didn't want this to be like just goblins. Goblins are that's one key word in this deck. The other is zombies. The other is the graveyard. The other mechanics that I use, Flare of the Hatebound, is one of my favorite cards in here. Whenever Flare of the Hatebound or another creature enters the battlefield from my graveyard, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Which honestly would work pretty well with your Murderous Redcap, because then you're doing double damage.
Yeah.
That is, of course, unless you weren't already just going for game. And, yeah. I got my Dread Return, which has a flashback cost of sacrifice 3 creatures, which is one of the reasons why Dread Return is limited in the modern format, as I understand it.
Actually, it's because it's actually limited because it's a much cheaper version of Monster Reborn.
It's a much cheaper version of Monster Reborn. Well, it costs 0 sometimes, so definitely. So those Goblin tokens that I was talking so much about, they become tribute fodder for the Dread Returns. Dread Returns can pull out all kinds of nastiness from my deck, especially the pieces I need to increase my Goblin's power, Arcanus the Omnipotent, and I don't know, have a Volcanic Vision. That's one of my favorite plays.
Want to know what would be really cool with your deck style?
What's up?
If you can somehow mana ramp yourself into getting 3 Flares of the Hatebound out with Solemnity, you can just flat out win with Dread Return.
I could. You know what? One of my favorite interactions with Dread Return actually is, it's not in this deck. It's called the Abhorrent Overlord. It's a 7-drop, 6/6 flying demon. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1/1. You gain a number of 1/1 Black Harpy flying tokens equal to your devotion to black.
And he himself has got, I think it's either 2 or 3 black in his mana cost.
He does, yeah. So you automatically get 2 harpies. That was a combo I wanted to use in my mono black, which is why I run Abhorrent Overlord in my mono black. So you and on top of everything, Abhorrent Overlord has an ability that says you have to sacrifice a creature every turn. So I sacrificed the Abhorrent Overlord to himself, get him back on the battlefield, use his ETB ability to get even more harpy tokens.
Well, that should be the same amount, honestly, but...
Yeah, you're right. It would be the same amount, but hopefully stupidly many.
Alright, so this has been us showcasing off some modern decks. We'll be back eventually to show off other decks, because
eventually
I gotta figure out another deck to build, though, because you want to actually have like real games, and it's like I haven't had to have real games in MTG in more than 2 years.
So we've gone outside the classroom.
Kind of. Alright, be safe, everybody.
Bye everyone.